against the wall. Frelick is there, and he makes the catch. Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. Rainy outside, beautiful inside American Family Field for the series finale between the Brewers and the Red Sox. Brewers looking for a series sweep because of the comeback heroics of Christian Yelich and the Milwaukee Brewers last night. One in the ninth inning, and then Yelich, his first career walk-off home run, and it was a grand slam in the 10th inning. Brewers one win away from a series sweep and 4 wins in a row overall. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to American Family Field with Bill Schroeder. We've got Sophia Minter down in the field. Join us in just a moment. Jeff Levering with you. Thanks again for being with us today. It was a fun night at the ballpark last night, Rock, and it all started with that comeback against Aroldis Chapman in the 9th inning that set up Yelich in the 10th.
You know, it's games like last night that makes you feel very fortunate that we're able to do what we do for a living. Being here at the ballpark for something like that. The Brewers had not won a game when they had trailed after 8 innings. They were 0-25. Aroldis Chapman coming in the 9th inning. Left-handers do nothing against this guy. 1 for 17 before last night for Chapman against lefties. Yelich a double, Frelick a single. That tied it up, and that set the stage for the Brewers in the 10th inning. An amazing job by the bullpen. I mean, it was a good day on the mound for the Brewers. Strizzi with a couple of big outs with Duran and Devers, but again, in the 10th inning, it was Christian Yelich with the big home run on the slider, his first ever career walk-off home run. And by the way, partner, what a call it was for you. Outstanding. Gave me goosebumps. I heard it again this morning. So how do you back that up? How do you back up a game like that? We'll see how they do.
Well, hopefully it's an opportunity to pick up a series sweep as we're bringing Sophia downstairs. There was a lot of energy in the clubhouse yesterday for Christian Yelich. He knew it was his first career walk-off. It only took him 13 years.
Well, 13 seasons, and how about 1,519 games to accomplish that? Even Christian Yelich can accomplish a first for everything that he has done here in his game and in his career. So for Christian Yelich, a moment certain he'll never forget. His 6th career Grand Slam, the first career walk-off Grand Slam. And as we take a look at our Potawatomi Casino and Hotel advanced stat, it's a rarity. The Brewers have not seen this since Daniel Vogelbach did it back in 2021 in September against the St. Louis Cardinals. Who could ever forget that moment? So Christian Yelich becoming just the 9th player to have a walk-off Grand Slam. So it was certainly a great moment. Christian Yelich spoke with us. His reaction just off the bat, and to win the game for the Brewers and also get them back to 500 for a team that's been fighting to get back to that spot.
Walk-off homer, you're winning the game either way, but Grand Slams are always cool. You know, I don't have too many of those in my career either, and you know, just pretty special. It's cool that the first one was a Grand Slam, and you know, I remember I hit it, and remember before I touched first base, I was like, oh, finally did it, so that's kind of cool. You know, it's kind of weird feeling running around the bases knowing that the game's over. Obviously, I haven't done that before, so it was cool, special night, and you know, glad it played out.
Well, Christian Yelich was the hero last night, and Freddie Peralta has been a hero here at home in 4 games for him here in Milwaukee. Just 2 earned runs allowed. His earned run average less than 1. Looks to keep that success going here in the series finale against the Boston Red Sox.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. The Brewers and the Red Sox wrap up their 3-game series. Brian Bayo is making the start for Boston. He has not completed 5 innings in each of his last 4 appearances. He goes against the Brewers for the 3rd time, making his 2nd career start against Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta gets the ball on the other side. Our Indeed player resume. 4 home starts this year for Peralta. He's allowed just 2 earned runs in that time over the span of just 24 innings, and just 1 run over his last 3 home starts. Brewers looking for their first series sweep of the season, trying to make it 4 in a row against the Bo Sox. We'll have the first pitch for you when we come back. It's Yelich. Fly ball to deep right. It is way back. First career walk-off home run for Yelich. And it is great. Fun night at the Yard last night. Brewers going to make an even more fun day today, hopefully, with a series sweep of the Boston Red Sox. Brewers have played 3 extra inning games in their last 7. That one, a grand one for Christian Yelich. As Freddie Peralta takes the mound for the Brewers, he's been brilliant on the American Family Field mound. And hoping to continue that brilliance against the Red Sox here today. Rainy outside, but lovely inside with Bill Schroeder and Sophia Minnaert. Jeff Levering aboard. Brewers hit the road after this one today, as the Red Sox starting lineup is announced by manager Alex Cora. It's brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Duran, Devers, and Abreu, the top 3 in the order. Marcelo Meyer, he is in the number 4 spot today. Nick Sogard makes his first appearance of the series. He's at first. Trevor Story, David Hamilton, Connor Wong does the catching, and Cedar Rafaela finishes out that starting 9. For Boston, they get Freddie Peralta, who's making just his 2nd career start against the Red Sox.
Yeah, no decision against the Pirates. That was in Pittsburgh his last time out. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. He did strike out in 5. He has been very good since he has become a Brewer here at home. Amazing numbers for Freddie Peralta here at American Family Field.
He faces Jarren Duran. We have 5 straight left-handed hitters to start this game against Freddie Peralta. Into his stretch in the first one of the game, foul back, and off we go. Right off of our robo camera. We're all set. It's 0-1 on Jarren Duran. Duran, a couple of hits in the opener on Monday. Hitless yesterday, 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts.
Hey, you want to beat the Red Sox, you got to keep the first 2 in this batting order under control, and the Brewers able to do that last night. 1 for 10 combined between Devers and Duran.
And there's a ground ball. Tough play. Ortiz off balance. Duran runs too well. It's an infield single, and that's how the day starts for this offense for Boston.
Let's check out the landmark Credit Union defense behind Freddie here this afternoon. You got Collins, Churio, and Frelick in the outfield. Frelick with 6 outfield assists. He had 1 last night. Durbin, Ortiz, Durang, Bowers from 3rd to 1st, and William Contreras once again pushing the buttons behind home plate.
Man on for Rafael Devers. Here's Sal Frelick. Had a huge throw at 3rd base yesterday. As Devers takes down and away, apparently, for ball 1. Devers just 1 for his last 15 at the plate, 1 for 7 in this series with 3 walks. And a check swing, he went.
Changeup was a big pitch for Fred in his last start against the Pirates. Basically fastball changeup. He did mix in the curve and slider every now and again. You figure against these lefties, changeup's going to be a big pitch.
Devers takes high. Changeup has become his best secondary pitch in 2025. Constant evolution for Freddie Peralta. Good running count. Duran stays put. 2-1 is outside. 3-1. Peralta just 4 1/3 innings in his last start against Pittsburgh. Struck out 3, walked 3, threw 101 pitches. Which is the 2nd time this year he's gone over 100.
Yeah, high pitch count for him last time out.
Devers pops it foul.
Well, you figure the way the bullpen has been used, Brewers are looking for at least 6 out of Freddie tonight or today.
Took Aaron Savali a couple of innings to settle in yesterday. Ended up giving the Brewers 5+. 3-2. is down and in, and he walks Devers. First and second. Not a ball out of the infield. And the number 3 hitter, Wilyer Abreu, steps in.
Yeah, tried to get him on a changeup on a full count. Missed with it. A lot of strikes with the changeup his last time out.
Good speed at second with Duran. And there's strike 1. Red Sox led from the 6th inning until the bottom of the 9th yesterday. Their only lead in this series. Brewers won it wire to wire in game 1. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Contreras, kicked by Abreu, but incidental. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Their first win for the Brewers when trailing after 8 innings. 0-25 before last night.
You wonder, with the amount of pitches that Aroldis Chapman threw in the 9th inning, his availability for today to potentially save a game. Red Sox used a ton out of their bullpen. 6 different pitchers after their starter Fitz went 3. 1-1 on Abreu. Swing and a miss.
There's where that fastball is most effective. Top of the zone. Fastball up, changeup down. The classic combination.
The arsenal for Freddie Peralta. See that changeup usage up and over 20% now. The misses in his last couple of starts, though, Rock, they have been pretty non-competitive misses.
Maybe trying to overthrow a little bit with 2 strikes.
Two. Hit foul. 97 on that fastball from Peralta.
Nothing good normally happens when you try and overthrow. We saw that yesterday with Aaron Ashby in the curveball. Tried to throw a little bit too hard, get a little bit more spin on it, was spiking curveballs.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Drop the changeup on Abreu. That's out number 1.
Yeah, big one right there. And now a double play gets him out of the inning. That changeup out of the zone, over the plate. That changeup has to be over the confines of the plate. It can be down. You will get some swings, but in, off the plate, or away, you're not so likely to get the swings.
Marcelo Meyer, just his 5th game in the big leagues. He's had a good series, 3 for 7. And he sends this one foul. Number 2 overall prospect in the Red Sox organization. Number 8 in all of baseball.
He was on base 3 times last night. A couple of hits, a walk.
His first career double last night. Swing and a miss. He's down in the count 0-2. Got him. High heat, and down goes Meyer.
They just hope the Red Sox keep swinging at that. You're not going to be able to do much with it. Way up out of the zone, 96 miles an hour. He missed that one by plenty.
There was a lot of late life on that fastball, up in the zone, finished strong.
Spin rate incredible for Peralta.
Nick Sogard now at the plate. Switch hitter batting from the left side, and the first pitch to him is a strike. Sogard playing over at first base. It had been Abraham Toro in the first 2 games of the series. If that last name rings a bell, he is the cousin of Eric Sogard. And he pops it up foul. Quick 0-2 on Sogard. 27 years old, originally a 12th round pick by the Tampa Bay Rays out of Loyola Marymount University. Same high school as Rhys Hoskins.
There you go.
missed high. 1-2 strikes. Hoskins getting a day off today. Souvenir for that young fan.
You think she's fired up?
Oh, yeah.
She gets to miss school today and gets a baseball.
1-2 to Sogard. In the dirt, it gets by Contreras and back to the backstop. Duran heads to third. Devers to second. Be a wild pitch on the curveball from Freddie Peralta.
And maybe just trying to overthrow that pitch a little bit to get that extra break, that snap on that curveball to get the punch out.
Opponents against Peralta this year with runners in scoring position hitting .086. Hoping that continues with Sogard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 to 3-2 for Freddie Peralta. Now ready to throw pitch number 24 is Duran jumping down that third baseline. Peralta just freezes him with a step off.
Yeah, Durbin's way off the line. He can get as much as he wants.
Sogard fouls it back just over our head.
He's about halfway down the line by the time Freddie gets rid of it. So anything in the dirt, you figure he's going to take off.
He can get as far as the third baseman will allow him to, and now Durbin slides over just slightly. 3-2. Missed high, and he walks him. The bases are loaded, and it's a long inning for Freddie Peralta as he's got to deal with Story. And again, that count was 0-2.
Still nothing out of the infield for Boston. Got the bases loaded.
Infield single by Duran after the walk to Devers. Struck out Abreu and Meyer. Sogard again was down on the count 0-2 and worked a walk.
And finally a right-handed batter at the plate.
Former Trevor Story, who's 1 for 8 lifetime against Peralta. The one hit a homer. Came as a member of the Colorado Rockies. Bases full of Red Sox in this top of the first inning, and nowhere to put Trevor Story. And a first pitch, ball 1.
Story always has been a good fastball hitter. You figure Freddie's going to give him a number of them.
Freddie had one really long inning. It was the second against the Pirates last time out. Story pops it up. Freddie's going to find a way to get out of it as Terang is under it. Makes the catch. It took some time. 27 pitches, but Peralta puts up a 0. Brewers coming up against Brian Bayo. Well, Freddie Peralta working up a sweat in that first inning, but did not give up a run. Brewers lineup today brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Terang, Churio, Yelich, Contreras, Frelick in the 5 spot. Collins, Durbin, Bowers makes the start at first, and Joey Ortiz is batting 9th at shortstop. They get the right-hander Brian Bayo, his 3rd career appearance against the Brewers, his 2nd start in as many years.
Yeah, 26 years old, out of the Dominican Republic, a free agent signed back in 17. 4th year with the Sox. This guy has not been able to pitch into the 5th inning since the beginning of May.
4 2/3 a couple of times. The walks have been the biggest story for Brian Bayo. 20 walks so far this year. A span of 35 innings. Opponents hitting almost 300 against him.
His sinker, slider, he'll throw a sweeper and a changeup. He can get some ground balls with that 2-seamer.
Now the changeup is the money pitch for him. Sweeper's pretty good. 1-1 to Terang. And it missed wide barely. 2 balls and a strike on Bryce. Terang with a big grand slam from Christian Yelich almost gets lost in the shuffle. He had a big hit against Liam Hendricks. This one lifted into left. Duran is over to make a catch for the first out.
But the amazing thing for me is with Aroldis Chapman out on the mound, the Brewers able to come back with their two lefties. Yelich with the double, Frelick with the base hit to tie it. And before that inning, Chapman had only given up one hit in 17 at-bats against lefties this year. Pretty good work by the Brewers lefties.
I love the stats here out there yesterday as the Brewers were hoping to come back against Chapman. As Churio takes up and in. Chapman had allowed 2 career runs in this ballpark. Right. 2.
Yep. On
one swing from Jonathan Lucroy.
Jonathan Lucroy, walk-off 2-run homer against Chapman.
Churio bangs it foul. And that came back in 2013, so it had been a dozen years since he'd allowed a run in this building. Pretty impressive comeback by the Brewers last night. 1-1 on Jackson Churio. Foul back. He too had a really good at-bat against Liam Hendricks, drawing a walk to set up Contreras, who had then flied out to shallow center to set up Yelich.
I'm liking those cleats he's got on.
Right? Hot pink armband. Glow in the dark today. Swing and a miss. There's the sweeper, and Bayo strikes out Churio. Well, last night's hero Christian Yelich had the double in the 9th inning against Aroldis Chapman, and then Liam Hendricks hangs his slider. Yelich hits his 10th home run on our Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run counter, his first career walk-off, and the first Brewer in double digits in homers. And he grounds this one to second base. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bayo in the bottom of the first. Freddie Peralta back to work as we go to the second.
Series finale between the Brewers and the Red Sox here at American Family Field. Freddie Peralta back on the mound. A scoreless first for him, but needed 27 pitches to do it. And as the Brewers wrap up a stretch of 13 consecutive games, they would love to get a quality start and some length from their ace, because the bullpen has done the heavy lifting here for them in that stretch. In fact, coming into today, they have thrown 2 more innings, the bullpen has, than the starting rotation. And so, talking to pitching coach Chris Hook, for Freddie Peralta, that last time out against Pittsburgh, 4 1/3 innings, needed 101 pitches to do it, and he had nearly 5 pitches per plate appearances. So just a lot of long at-bats and bad counts for Freddie Peralta. So Chris Hook wanted to see him be more efficient. And I asked him about the groin injury that Freddie has been managing over his last 3 starts, going back to his early start against the Chicago Cubs. And he said he doesn't feel like that is affecting him physically, but this is his 12th start of the season. So obviously no pitcher is 100% at this point in the season. And he said sometimes even when it's not affecting you physically, it's mentally compartmentalizing it and putting it aside and just trusting your body to go out there and compete the way that you need to. So he was hopeful that he would get the better version of Freddie Peralta and he could get that length that this team needs from him here today.
Well, and again, I mean, Freddie Peralta has been about as reliable as any starter in the big leagues. He hasn't missed a start. They did push him back right after that groin injury that he had, but did not really miss a start. It's been a couple of years since he's missed a start. Being reliable is a very good attribute for a starting rotation.
Strike 3 called. A curveball in the inside corner, and Hamilton is rung up. 3rd strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
The other part of that, when you're having like a tweak in a groin area or in your arm, you're always thinking, can I let this pitch go? Am I going to hurt it even more? Sometimes the mental hurdle that you have to get over is sometimes more difficult than the physical one.
Connor Wong at the plate, just his 2nd plate appearance in this series. Made the final out in Monday's win for the Brewers. We were watching Freddie Peralta after that start. Gave him 2 extra days of rest before he started in Cleveland again. But it's the plays where he's got to come off the mound to go cover first base. So not necessarily the pitching motion, but some of the other things that a pitcher has to do.
You come off the mound on a dribbler or a bunt or something like that. You know, the awkward move to make a throw to the bases.
It's 2-0 on Wong. And a check swing, and he went.
Yeah, you got to control this part of the lineup. There's no doubt about that. The Brewers did a good job with Duran and Devers yesterday. But you don't figure that's going to be an everyday thing. Those guys are going to get theirs. You got to control the bottom of the order.
2-1 on Wong. Peralta consistently missing up, and seeing Contreras fire that ball back at Peralta could be a subtle cue from the catcher.
Well, he wants that pitch up, but not that far up. Top of the zone.
To center. Back Churiel. Spinning, and he makes the catch. Ball straightened out on him. Connor Wong lines out.
A lot of times that's the toughest play for a center fielder. That line drive hit right at you. You kind of freeze for a second and either have to come in or go back. But Churiel, you can see, able to handle it well. He doesn't spin himself around and able to make a good route to it and make the catch. That line drive right at you in center field can be tough.
That's typically a ball, too, that will have some slice going towards right center from a right-handed batter. Stayed true. Rafaela scored the only run for Boston yesterday, doubled, and then scored on the wild pitch. It came from Aaron Ashby. And he's ahead, 2 balls, no strikes, one of the freest swingers in Major League Baseball.
And not a home run hitter. He can run.
There's a strike.
It's one of those things where you have a guy that can run like the wind, but the on-base percentage at around 270. You like to see him walk a little bit more. Maybe that'll come as he gets a little bit older.
Swing and a miss. Challenge right there, 96, and Rafaela behind it.
Just threw that one right by him. That's a big swing.
3 straight fastballs from Freddie Peralta to Rafaela. Fouled it back. He climbed the ladder.
Did a pretty good job getting a piece of it.
He threw 27 pitches to Peralta in the first inning. 15 so far in the second. And for a quick and easy second inning. No chase from Rafaela. 3-2.
You got to figure this guy's going to get some pitches to hit. Batting in the 9th spot with Duran on deck, and then Devers. You don't want to walk this guy, that's for sure.
2 walks in the opening inning for Peralta. 3-2 coming. Fouled away. We'll do it again. This will be the 8th pitch of this sequence between Peralta and Rafaela. He has not thrown him a changeup yet. And Rafaela hits it into left center. Churiel is on the run. Churiel dropped this time. He robbed a homer on the last homestand. Rafaela just goes over the yellow line, and the Red Sox have a 1-0 lead.
A lot of fastballs. That time Rafaela able to catch up to it at 95. Pitch was down. That's why he was able to get a good swing on it. And just does find its way over the wall in left center. Get that pitch up maybe 2-3 inches, different result. It was down, barreled it up, and gives the Red Sox a lead.
Right around the same spot that Churiel robbed the homer last homestand. There's a ground ball to third. Durbin safe as Bowers couldn't hold the bag, and we'll see if the Brewers challenge. Pretty good play by Durbin. Good stretch by Bowers. But did he pull his foot off? Pat Murphy waiting.
DJ Rayburn at first base right on it.
They will not challenge.
Yeah, he's off. Yeah, good call by first base umpire. Well, a couple of infield hits for Duran here. I think it's going to be a hit.
Yet to see an official ruling. It's going to be an E3 on Bowers. So Duran is on. Devers at the plate. Ball one. Forces Peralta to throw more. It's a 20-pitch inning already for Freddie. Two 2-0 on Devers. He walked in the first inning.
See Freddie trying to be quick with his delivery. And just to keep Duran at first base. Sometimes you make mistakes with your pitches when you're doing that.
On Devers. A home run by Rafaela, the first homer in the series hit by Boston, one of the top home run teams in the league. It comes from the number 9 hitter. 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk to Devers. Deal with Wilyer Abreu now. Of all the walks, that's not a terrible one. Still forces you to throw a ton of pitches.
Already 50 pitches through 2 innings. It's the last thing Pat Murphy needs to see.
Meanwhile, Brian Bayo needed just 9 to go through the Brewers in the first. Pitch to Abreu. Check swing. They appeal it. He didn't go.
Change up.
These Red Sox, who are known for swinging early in counts, they've been very patient so far against Peralta. Swing and a miss.
And already 3 walks issued by Freddie.
Season high is 4. He did that in Arizona back on the 13th of April. Swing and a foul. 1-2. For the most part, Peralta has worked ahead. Finishing hitters has been rather difficult.
He's trying to work that fastball up, but it's been a little bit too far up. Red Sox taking it.
Struck out Abreu in the first inning on a changeup. Where does he go here on 1-2? With a fastball. That was his 27th pitch of the second, matching his first inning total. Three and 2. Tried to get him to bite on the changeup again. Meyer on deck. Runners will go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Uses his disengagement. Yanked foul.
Curveball on a 3-2 pitch.
Got him. High fastball. Abreu couldn't leave it alone. 4 Ks, but the Red Sox strike first.
Well, the beach meets the ballpark during Tropical Day at the Brewers game on June 14th, presented by UW Credit Union. Bring summer vibes and score a Brewers straw hat with a theme night ticket. Get yours now at brewers.com/theme night. Still no straw hat up here.
Haven't seen one, no, but fine humu humu ukunuku apua'a to everybody. It's a state fish of Hawaii.
Is that right?
It is, yes. Here's William Contreras. Takes down the way. 1 ball and no strikes. It's a long name for a fish.
The lever of your intelligence amazes me.
No, it is very short. Ball and a strike on Contreras. Brewers offense is going to try and stay at the plate for a while against Bayo and give Freddie Peralta a break.
Put up a crooked number maybe to go along with it.
Tapped it foul, and it's 1-2 on Contreras.
Not wait till the 9th inning. Better late than never, though.
Certainly gave the fans of the ballpark a reason to stick around last night. Those that left early got a nice present when they turned on their radios or popped on the TV. One-two to Contreras. Down the way.
I think Brewers fans learned last year, don't leave early. You never know.
The last few years, this has been the organization that has become the kings of the walk-offs. Swing and a miss. Changeup, and that's a good one from Bayo. Second strikeout. Time to play fully. It's brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. Sal Frelick last night had his 6th outfield assist. Plus a game-tying RBI in the 9th inning. Huge assist to throw out Meyer trying to get the 3rd perfect strike, and then this against Aroldis Chapman.
I mean, his at-bats against lefties have been good all season long, but I mean, you go a little bit above and beyond when it's Aroldis Chapman throwing 100 miles an hour. Very good high ball hitter for a left-handed hitter. And how about that throwing arm? Not just the velocity of it, but right on the money, accurate.
Had to be perfect, and it was. Sal's had a good series against his team that he grew up rooting for, the Boston boy, went to Boston College. You know his stories, of course. He's 2 for 5 in the series. A chance to play at Fenway for the first time last year as a big leaguer. That was a very heavy pass list.
He's had a good season, period. Seems like it doesn't bother him to face lefties.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup from Bayo, and it's on point early.
Yeah, it's a good one. Good arm action on it. Good movement.
Into center field, another base hit for Sal Frelick. Now it gets by Abreu. Frelick going to try and take second, and he is there. The Gold Glover out in right field. Abreu misplayed that. Tying runners in scoring position.
Yesterday, Rafaela missed one. And gave the Brewers an opportunity. The man in scoring position boots it out there into right center, and Sal Frelick is on second base with 1 out. How about that swing? Beautiful. After a changeup, Bayo goes with the fastball, leaves it up, ends up at second base.
Single E9, and there he is for Collins. Just missed. Collins riding a modest 5-game hitting streak. It's 2 for 7 in this series.
The Red Sox have really struggled defensively this year. Most errors in the American League.
Last season, their defense was a lot to be desired. There's no doubt. Left a ton to be desired. They added Bregman over at third base. He's not available right now. There are a couple of guys that can play defensively out in center and in right, but they've made 2 errors. This one, drill right center. Rafaela's on the move. He is going to make the catch up against the wall. And Sal Frelick has to go back to second. Great play made by Rafaela.
Okay, these guys haven't played out here all that much, and that was a perfectly timed leap. You know, that warning track here at American Family Field, extra wide. A lot of guys that haven't played here jump early. And Rafaela plays it perfectly and able to pull it in. That's our T-Mobile coverage cam play of the day. A nice catch by Rafaela in center.
Caleb Durbin at the plate and takes low for ball 1. And those are the two guys, Rafaela and Abreu, that have the majority of the defensive runs saved. They are #1 in both center and in right in baseball. Just took a run off the board at Rafaela. Durbin takes a rip at that sinker.
And both of these teams have struggled in the early going defensively. The Brewers, Red Sox.
The Brewers, who have won back-to-back Gold Gloves in Major League Baseball as a team. This year, they have not had their normal center fielder out there at all.
Right.
Garrett Mitchell's been on the shelf for a while. No Blake Perkins at all.
The Colorado Rockies have committed more errors than both the Brewers and Boston.
Two-1 to Durbin. Tying run at second base. Fouled away. Durbin had an opportunity to win the ball game last night in the 9th inning and lined out to right. It's a great catch by Abreu. Centered it against Aroldis Chapman. Durbin into center for Rafaela. Short of the warning track to pull it in. Rafaela takes care of a couple of outs. Frelick with a base hit. Stranded at second base. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. How about those racing sausages up at X Golf? 1-0 Boston. Right in the cup.
They have a putting instructor up there I can go see.
We got a couple in this booth. Backhand attempt by Terang. Knocks it down, throws to first. Out. Meyer hustling up that first baseline. See if Alex Cora wants to take another look at it. Post play, they will not challenge.
No panic in the game of Bryce Terang. Picked it up with the glove instead of the bare hand, but able to make the throw. Just did get him.
Nothing better than a one-pitch out, too, for Freddie Peralta. Sogard takes high for ball one. Been a couple of plays on the backhand for Bryce Terang that have been iffy. Go back to that Pittsburgh series on a couple of back picks.
You mean he's not perfect? You expect that guy to make every single play, no matter how difficult it is. I mean, that's what you expect out of him. That's the bar he set.
Well, I think he expects it too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sogard, a high fly into shallow right for Sal Frelick. And two quick outs for Freddie Peralta. And for anybody who needs a fast inning, Freddie Peralta is right at the top of the list.
A single-digit pitch inning would be nice. Get himself back on track.
Barcalanders up there in the X Golf.
Maybe we should do a game from there.
I think that's a whale of an idea.
You know, I think, of course we might end up falling asleep, but
no way. I think it'd be a great idea to do a game up there.
In between innings, maybe work on your wedge game.
Sure, I need it. Drive for show, putt for dough. That's what I've been told, at least. None of those things work in my game.
Is a 3-putt good?
It's better than a 4-putt.
I have plenty of them.
Women's U.S. Open coming to Erin Hills this weekend. As Story pops it up behind home plate. Contreras lets it go. It's in the seats. Tell you what, the players really are happy that it's raining today. Soften up those greens. Really be aggressive with them.
Got a favorite that you're thinking of out there, or no?
No idea. Well, we had
how about Dom? I mean, he knows everybody.
We had Conklin on last night. Lauren Conklin joined Stephen Watson on the pregame set, so we'll go with her.
Okay.
Since she came on our broadcast. Peralta trying to get Story popped up to second base. 2-2 coming. And we'll see another one. This will be the 10th pitch of the inning for Peralta. Story stays alive on the curveball. Maybe the best curveball that Peralta's thrown so far. It's a pitch that he has struggled to find the command with. A changeup, he's thrown a couple of good ones, but it has not been his money pitch like it has been recently. 2-2 on Story. And time calling a pitch timer violation on Freddie Peralta. Could not beat the timers, so it's 3-2 on Story.
He got the buzz, did home plate umpire from the press box. You can see he didn't make the clock.
Story pops it up foul. So here's my question, because in the other sports, much like football, where there's the play clock doesn't have the decimals. In the NBA, they've got the decimals. There's some time after the 0, but we don't have the decimals on our pitch timers.
You think we should have them?
No, I don't. I like the way that it is. Story takes a called third strike on the 8th pitch. Story caught looking. 5 strikeouts and a clean inning for Freddie Peralta. Hyundai in the driver's seat as the Brewers looking for a series sweep against these Boston Red Sox. Last 10 games, they've won 7 of their last 10, scoring almost 5 runs a game. Team ERA is better. They've been coming back more frequently. Freddie Peralta hopefully getting his command in check after a quick 3 up and 3 down third.
Yeah, starting rotation earned run average, one of the best in baseball, but a little bit of an asterisk. So you'd like to see him eat up a few more innings.
I see those bullpen guys. They've been worked a ton, especially in this month of May. 1-0 to Bowers. Hit foul, his first appearance of this series. At the plate.
Brewers desperately in need of an off day. They get tomorrow.
A strike on Bowers. That's inside. You saw a shot of Jose Quintana in the dugout. He threw yesterday up in Appleton.
Had a rough start, but beginning of the game was rough for him, but then finished fairly strong.
Bowers slaps it foul. All the runs he allowed in the first inning of yesterday's ball game. Really, all the Brewers care about is that he came out of it healthy, and from all reports, he did. Sophia will have a more in-depth report if we can get her away from the putting green up at X Golf. No one fouled away. It'd be good to see some of these guys on their return. We've seen Aaron Ashby, DL Hall make their returns. Aaron Savali, who pitched great last night. 2-2. Tight 3-2.
Brandon Woodruff's not far away. Doesn't seem like it.
Joey Ortiz on deck. Woodruff scheduled to throw today in Appleton. 3-2. Fly ball down the right field line. It is fair and gone. All square, one apiece. Caps a 7-pitch at bat with a solo homer.
Cut it right down the middle of the plate. And he lifted it on out of here. 109 miles an hour off the bat.
So Jake Bauers there trying to get the hand signals right on whatever the celebration was with Sal Frelick. Not sure what they're trying to do there, but he was trying to figure it out. Everybody's got some sort of new fun handshake or hand signal.
Hard to stay up on all of it.
Even Bauers is trying to catch up.
At least the Brewers don't have a mask or a helmet or something that they put on guys. Did you see that thing that they put on Rafaela when he hit the home run?
Yeah, Wally. Slow roller, third base side. Bayo, bare hand pickup, throw to first, and it's in time. Ortiz is out number 1. Let's go inside the play. It's brought to you by Freighter in the Medical College of Wisconsin. 7-pitch AB, hanging cutter.
Yeah, hanging cutter is right down the middle of the plate. And he hit it a ton. He knew it as soon as he hit it. And we're all tied. Brewers bench knew it was gone. Brewers had a cheese head for a while, right?
They did. They had
did away with that.
Did that for about a year, maybe half a year.
Yeah.
Hernan Perez was kind of the head of the snake of the party planning. They had party poppers and things like that for a while. Had everything except for like smoke machines and strobe lights at one point. But yeah, everybody's got some sort of a home run celebration. They have Wally, the green monster that they put on for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
The Twins had the gladiator helmets that they were putting on. Last year the Twins had a summer sausage that they would hit a home run and they would hand it to the player that hit the summer sausage, and that lasted all year long. Can you imagine the funk that summer sausage had on it after a summer?
Same one?
Same one. It was nasty. So gross. Rookies got to carry it in their bag. Turang takes a strike to make it 3-1. Reminds me of the stories of Sarge, Gary Matthews, and the brats that Uke used to put in his bag on road trips. They'd sneak him in there, and he wouldn't find them for 2 cities. I can't wait to go to Philly. We'll tell more Sarge stories.
Yeah, when they took his car.
Oh, gosh.
Phil Razowitz.
Got ready to go play a round of golf. Valet guy was in on it, took the car. Sarge, where's my car? It's a brand new car. You goes, the heck with your car. My clubs were in the back. They're filming the whole thing from across the street.
Sarge was great.
Oh, it's too easy.
Yeah.
Just the tip of the iceberg on some of that stuff. A 1-out walk. See if Turang uses his legs to get in a scoring position. 1-0 to Churio. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Sometimes yes, sometimes no for Nestor Ceja this afternoon.
Yeah. Close enough.
That's quite the stat right there that we've got up on the video board right now.
Connect your name to the Babe.
Only players to hit 2 game-tying homers in one postseason game. Multi-homer contest for Churio. There's a strike. 2-2.
I say Babe was the guy that saved baseball with the home run ball. Didn't hit many home runs before Babe showed up.
A lot of triples, doubles, singles, and then Babe changed it.
A player named Home Run Baker hit 12 one year.
To lead the league.
Yeah.
Runner goes 2-2. Popped up. Shallow right. Abreu has to run a long way. He's going to get there and make the catch. No throw as Terang's able to get back. That's why they called it the dead ball era.
Babe turned that around, didn't he?
Christian Yelich takes strike one. Bounce to second base in his first time to the plate. 9 for his last 22, starting with the beginning of the Pirates series.
Looks like he's seeing the baseball really well right now. He's just very comfortable in the box, not jumpy, fidgety.
Off the end to third, they're going to get the first runner. Bryce Terang over at second base. Yelich 0 for 2. But Bowers hits the homer to tie us up as we go to the fourth.
Jake Bowers hit a solo home run to tie this game. Series finale between the Brewers and the Red Sox up here at X Golf at American Family Field. And Jose Quintana made his rehab start with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers last night and checked off all the boxes. 4 innings for him, 3 earned runs, all of those coming in the first inning. More importantly, the pitch count for him, a solid 71 pitches. And we checked in with him this morning. He said everything went great, kind of did everything he wanted to. Even having those runners on in the first inning, he said it was good to go through that. Clean innings the rest of the way for him. He had a great experience up in Appleton. He was very impressed with the facilities there, the updated clubhouse, and hanging out there with the Timber Rattlers. So Jose Quintana not officially scheduled yet, but when you look ahead to the Phillies series, they've got Quinn Priester and Chad Patrick lined up, and Jose Quintana is hoping that he can make that Sunday start in Philly. Currently listed. And Brandon Woodruff will be starting there with the Timber Rattlers here tonight. So busy times there in Appleton, but he felt really good with how everything went.
Thanks so much, Sophia. Make sure you make your way back down into your area. The camera well. Don't play a quick 18 on us, all right?
I'm just looking for a putting coach for Rock.
Oh, good. I'm sure lots of takers up there to help Coach Rock up, right?
I mean, anybody can help me.
A couple Miller Lights would help, I think.
They call that aiming oil.
Aiming
Thanks, Sophia.
fluid, yeah, right.
0-2's down and away on David Hamilton.
I wonder if Sophie's grabbed the club yet. You know, BA was trying to get her into golf.
I don't think it took very well.
She doesn't play, no.
Check swing, he went. That's strike 3, 1 away. Remember an outing, we were in Arizona spring training at Brian and some of the other broadcasters. I think Lane was there. I was there. A few other people were there over at Top Golf in Scottsdale. And
yeah.
Sophia joined us. And go ahead, take a couple shots. And she said, there is no way.
Didn't even try?
Didn't even try. But that one was right down the middle.
Mm-hmm. Sounded good.
Strike 1 on Connor Wong. Look at that guy playing X Golf in an autographed jersey. That thing is signed on the 4. Oh, yeah. No pressure, just on live TV. Make sure you hit a good one. Oh, look at this. Right down the middle.
Very nice.
Nice shot. And you too can come to a ballpark and go play X Golf anytime you want to at American Family Field.
They play just about any course in the world, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them. Mm-hmm. Not any, but a lot of them. A lot of the major ones.
That's cool. They've got leagues and everything in the off season.
And the best part of it, you don't lose any balls.
It's a 1-ball league out there.
Yeah.
pressure. A little liner into the gap.
Yeah, hook.
There's a base hit in the left. Very similar to that gentleman's swing on the last one up at X Golf. Base hit for Connor Wong.
Yeah, Wong's hit the ball hard twice. Lined out to deep center his first time up. Now base hit the left.
Brings up Rafaela, responsible for the only run the last 2 days. Rafaela scored in yesterday's game. He homered in the second inning against Peralta. And that one is hit sharply into center field for a base hit. Wong stops. Runners are at first and second. Rafaela's 2 for 2. And now you got the beef with Duran coming up.
Yeah, changeup right down the middle. Actually, yeah, changeup. Waited back on it, just out of the reach of Ortiz.
Changeup didn't have the normal fade to it.
Yeah, pretty straight.
Jaron Duran, a base hit, reached on an air last time. Both hitting to the left side. An infield single in the first and then an E3 to allow him to reach in the second. 80 pitches for Peralta. Already third time through for Boston.
Well, this changeup had a cut to it. Based on how it comes out of his hand. You won't see that all that much.
Duran takes a strike. That was a better changeup. It's 2-1.
Including today, the Red Sox have really struggled in this department. Runners in scoring position. 2 for 23.
Hit foul by Duran. 1 for 10 yesterday. 1 for 9 in the opener. 0 for 4 so far.
Yeah, the absence of Alex Bregman really makes the look of this lineup much different.
Popped up third base side. That'll be in the seats. Pretty good curveball from Freddie Peralta. Duran a better job of getting a piece of it to stay alive. He's been a pesky guy to get out. I know last night it was 0 for 5, 4 strikeouts, but he and Devers have been working these pitchers a ton. Again, foul. Somehow got a piece of the wood on it. It was in the right-handed batter's box.
Yeah, not even close. Off the outside corner. Kind of leads you to believe that he's set up inside. Can't cover both sides of the plate that well. All the strikes have been away.
Foul back, went fastball up in the zone. 7 pitches in this sequence. At some point you wonder if the Brewers bullpen starts to stir.
86 pitches already.
Very similar appearance to what he did last time against Pittsburgh. 2-2. Lined into right, a base hit. Frelick has it. They're going to hold the runner at third. Rafaela is caught in between second and third. He slides into third base. And now they've got runners all over the place. Bowers will tag out Rafaela to get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, running with his head down. That's a no-no. That's a big break for Freddie right there. At some point, you had to figure that the league is going to stop running on Sal Frelick, and the Red Sox have decided to do that today. Held him up at third base. Wong did not try to score. But Rafaela had his head down, and he was heading to third base regardless. There he goes.
He even took a look over at third. It'll go as another outfield assist for Sal Frelick. 9-3 on the putout officially.
Hey, you don't run on this guy. Perfect throw, able to hit the cutoff man, which is why they're able to get the out. And Bowers does what he's supposed to do, just run at him, and gets the out without a throw.
Just a perfect throw a clinic in right field from Sal Frelick. So now it's Devers with a base open. 2 men on in scoring position, and a swing and a miss at the high fastball.
You got to be careful here. This guy with 48 runs batted in, 12 homers, got the first base open. Be careful. Don't leave anything down the middle of the plate.
In tight on Devers. 89 pitches and climbing for Freddie Peralta. 3 straight hits allowed. Very high. Still plenty in the tank for Freddie.
This guy just does not swing out of the zone, does he?
A knack for putting the ball in play wherever it is. That is a strike on the inside corner. It's 2-2. All fastballs in the sequence to Rafael Devers. Two coming. Fly ball foul. Another fastball. That was a good foot off the plate.
You just don't want to throw too many fastballs to this guy in a row and leave one down the middle.
He finally threw a wrinkle. It was a curveball blocked by Contreras. That runs the count full. There is a base open. Abreu is due next. He struck out twice against Peralta. Brewers bullpen is silent for the moment. Three-2 to Devers. Line back up the middle, a base hit. That'll score 2. And the Red Sox jump back out in front. Threw him another fastball, and Devers was up for the challenge.
And he finally timed him out. I mean, it was all fastballs except for the one curveball. And you wonder, with first base open, why you go after this guy? I mean, he leads the league in RBIs. There's a reason for that. Threw him a fastball down outer half, and he hits it hard into center field for a couple of 2-out ribbies. You got to wonder why you're throwing him strikes.
First RBIs of the series for Devers as Abreu hits one on the ground to second. Terang has it, gets the out, but the damage done as Devers, his first runs batted in, number 49 and 50 on the season. Go to the bottom of the 4th, middle of the order coming up.
MLB partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness, giving fans access to free 24/7 confidential support in both English and Spanish. Text MLB to 741-741 to access the Crisis Text Line.
Rafael Devers putting the Red Sox back out in front. First time they've had a multiple run lead in this series. A jam shot out to second base at 1 pitch and 1 out for Contreras. 0 for 2 now for William. Bayo now at 50 pitches.
It's about half of what Freddie's thrown.
Freddie was there in the second inning. Freddie now at 95 pitches through 4 innings. Had a 27 pitch first, a 30 pitch second.
And nobody getting loose in the Brewers pen, so he's going to go out there for the 5th. Almost have to at this point with the way the bullpen has been worked.
His season high in pitches is 104. Did that in April against Arizona. Frelick into right center, a base hit. He's 2 for 2. Abreu cuts it off, and Frelick continues to wear out Boston.
I'd say it's amazing the way he's able to stay back on those changeups. We saw that on Monday, and threw a changeup to him, able to keep the hands back. There's a changeup here and a line drive. Look how level he keeps that swing. drops the body, level swing, line drive into right field. That's just a beautiful piece of hitting.
Brings up Collins, squares the bunt, takes a strike. Collins got robbed of an extra base hit. Rafaela in the gap in right center. Third baseman Meyer in on the grass at third. Collins takes strike two. So one on the inside corner and now one on the outside corner, and Collins gets into protect mode with 2 strikes. Collins has started every game of this series out in left.
Hit the ball well his first time up.
Bayo steps off. Just a 2-run ball game and lots of game left. Runner starts and stops. It's down low. Wong almost followed through.
It would have been a good pitch to run on, a sweeper down.
Two to Collins. Sal goes. Line foul, third base side. Battle here with Collins against Bayo. This will be the 7th pitch of this sequence. He's only thrown 1 off-speed pitch. That was the sweeper. It's down and almost got him with the back foot. 3-2.
They figure Sal's going to run here.
There's Durbin. And a check on Frelick. That's the 2nd disengagement. Baseball sent out to Bayo. Works from that extreme first base side of the rubber. Runner goes 3-2. Ground ball to second and keep him out of the double play. Man into scoring position. Now a quick message from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Fly out to center for Durbin back in the 2nd inning. Trying to get one or both of those runs back. Check the swing. Didn't go. Sinker inside. Now, the way that Bayo throws his sinker and his changeup reminds you, and you don't want to make the comparison with a Hall of Famer, but it's a lot of Pedro Martinez influence. There's a swing and a miss. There's that sinker.
Yeah, he's got a good 2-seamer, no doubt about that. He gets a fair amount of ground balls. About 56% ground ball ratio.
ground to third. Meyer throws across, and Durbin's retired to end the inning. Brewers had a base hit. That is all. We go to the fifth as Freddie Peralta is going back out. For every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual Foundation is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Milwaukee Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Jake Bauers with a solo homer, the only RBI for the Brewers, trying to get above 500 for the first time in a while. And Peralta back out for the fifth inning. Meyer fouls it away, and it's a quick 0-2. He's going to eclipse the 100 pitch mark. And I tell you, him going out here for the fifth inning shows you a lot about his guts, first and foremost, and where that bullpen is for the Brewers. They need him to eat some more innings. As Nick Mears starts to play catch in the pen. Open in on Meyer. A lot of 0-2 to 3-2 counts for Freddie Peralta today. A lot of deep counts for a team that swings early and often. Fouls it back again, and a ton of those. Lots of foul balls from Boston today against Freddie Peralta. Right at 100 pitches for Freddie. Foul back again.
And Freddie realizes the spot that the bullpen is in, so he knows he's going to have to extend himself a little bit here today. He's going to exceed his pitch count, high pitch count for the year.
It's 104. He did that in Arizona back on April 13th. This will be the 8th pitch of the sequence to Meyer, who's struck out and grounded out. And he yanks this one foul. See a 9th pitch. Two. Tapped first base side. It's a fair ball. Peralta has it, flips to first, and Bauers holds the bag for out number 1.
A heck of a play by both of them. Freddie Peralta picking it up with his bare hand before it rolls foul, if it was going to. Decided to pick it up, was on the grass, and then a good play by Bauers to make the adjustment on the high throw.
Saw the home plate umpire pointing at Meyer. If Peralta would have hit him in the back, he'd have been out.
Watch him turn. Stay in that running lane, you bet.
Peralta got the out anyway.
Good play by Jake.
Nick Sogard. Fly ball into right center on the first pitch. Sal Frelick short of the track for out number 2. Oh for 2 for Nick Sogard, and now it's Trevor Story. After the first 2 innings, 57 pitches to get 5 out of Peralta is going to be a Herculean task, and he's an out away from doing it. Brewers are trailing, though, by a couple of runs. Devers with a 2-run single last inning. 27 foul balls against Freddie Peralta today. Story another foul, make it 28. Today would have been a really good day to have my clicker.
The clicker?
Figuring out how many balls had been put into in play.
Your dad, the umpire's here. Maybe he's got one.
No, he doesn't just walk with one around. He should, but he doesn't.
Okay.
I did that in St. Louis. Counted every baseball that went into play. 112 baseballs used that day. Today would have been more. 0-2, ground ball right at Terang. And it's a 1-2-3 inning in the fifth for Freddie Peralta. Guts his way through 5 to help out that bullpen. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. This is Jake Bauers in his first at-bat, a home run to right, 4th of the season, and take a ride on that roller coaster. 392 feet. Bauers sends this one foul. Out of play for strike 1.
Slider right down the middle, and he did not miss it. Good low ball hitter is Jake Bauers. We've seen it for a couple of years now.
Up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. One of the 3 hits for the Brewers today. Sal Frelick has the other 2 against Bayo. Pitch count wise, he's in a good spot. He hasn't completed 5 innings in almost a month. 4 1/3, 4 2/3 is Bernardino, the left-hander who pitched in yesterday's game, starts to heat up.
The Red Sox have used their bullpen quite a bit.
Starter went just 3 innings yesterday. That was Fitz. Bullpen covered the final 6+. Two and 2 on Bauers. This is a game that will belong to the Brewers bullpen after Freddie Peralta went 5 innings, allowing 108 pitches, 3 runs on 6 hits.
The first 2 innings were the reason why he got that pitch count up so high.
Good take. 3 and 2. Never retired Duran or Devers or the number 9 hitter Rafaela. Three-two coming. That's ball 4. So a good start for the Brewers. Leadoff man is on for Joey Ortiz.
Yeah, second walk issued by Bayo.
Andrew Bailey, pitching coach, feverishly writing his notes. Joey Ortiz squares, bunts it. Bayo goes to first and gets the out. Sacrifice complete. Tying run coming up, but first a quick message from Gruber Law Offices.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Bryce Terang, a line out and a walk. One ball, no strikes. Third time through against Bayo. Opponents hitting .423 with an OPS over 1,100.
Which is why he hasn't been able to finish 5 innings in quite some time.
Terang to left. Duran played it perfectly. Dropped it. He dropped it. Bauers ends up at third, and the Brewers catch a break.
Well, the Boston Red Sox defense comes back to haunt them once again. It'll be their second error. That one off the heel of the glove. Duran got there, just not able to hold on to it. This slicing liner. All hands safe. Had it in the pocket, just couldn't hold on to it.
Tying run is on base, and Bryce Terang smartly the throw went into second base as Bauers started to move, then goes back. Now, whoop, let's get to third, and he was able to do it. And now you're set up. 1 out, middle of the order. And Jackson Churio representing the go-ahead run. Got Bernardino, the left-hander, ready in the bullpen. You got Yelich on deck. This is going to be Bayo's last man, one would think.
Yeah, no doubt. The only reason why you have Bernardino up is for Yelich.
Chourio 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to shallow right. Runner goes. Throw to second base is going to be late. No tag applied. It's a steal for Turang.
And Hamilton came in front of the bag thinking maybe Bowers might be trying to steal home. Did not. I don't think they would have had him anyway.
14th stolen base for Turang.
No chance.
There's the tying run in scoring position. Pitch to Chourio. Hit foul. 0-2. Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run leaderboard. Number 2 spot for Jackson Chourio with 8. Took Garrett Crochet deep to start the series. Oh-2 pitch. Check swing, dribbler, first base side. It's a fair ball. Hits the bag. Throw home is going to be late. Going to get an RBI out of it to make it 3-2. Good read by Bowers. Chourio gets a run batted in.
There you go. He does tag the bag as he picks up the baseball down the line. So Chourio is out, but he drives in a run. Good base running by Bowers. And once Bowers, look at the jump he gets. I mean, it took him a while, I guess, but you can see the bag and the baseball all at the same time at first base. So Chourio's out. And Bowers stands up and touches home.
Bayo is coming out. Bernardino is coming in to face Yelich. Tying run standing at third in the bottom of the 5th. Well, just 77 pitches for Brayan Bello, but he is out of the ball game. Responsible for Turang standing at third as Bernardino is on for a second straight against Yelich. Faced each other last night. Yelich struck out against Bernardino. And that's outside. 2 balls, no strikes, and Bernardino wants a new baseball. On the ground foul, had one to hit.
Sinker up and in. Bernardino got yelly yesterday on a curveball.
Bello, all he can do is watch. There's a strike. Back-to-back sinkers.
Maybe looking curved, right?
Two. There it was, a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yelich against lefties this year hitting just .080, but remember, had the big double against Aroldis Chapman last night. 3-2. And he waves and misses. Would have been ball 4. Bernardino went to the curveball, and he gets Yelich for his second straight game. Brewers get 1. It's a 1-run game as we go to the 6th.
Hey, added Jackson Chourio replica jersey to your collection on June 7th when the Brewers give away 25,000 Chourio replica jerseys at the game against the Padres. That's courtesy of Chevrolet and your local Chevy dealers. Get tickets now at brewers.com/giveaways.
Chourio an RBI last half inning to make it a 1-run game as Nick Mears takes over for the Brewers in the 6th. Our Gruber Law Office's one call, that's all, call to the pen.
They pitched Saturday at Pittsburgh, so it's been a few days for him. Gave up a couple of runs and a third of an inning.
Not sure where that one missed. It's 1-1 on David Hamilton.
Yeah, Mears has allowed runs in 3 of his last 4 appearances, so he needed the time off.
Velocity is up in this appearance for Mears. That's a good thing. And also take a look at the bite of the slider. The first one he threw, which should have been a strike. Down in the zone. That's a good thing. Hamilton hits it, fouls 2-2.
He's got a really good slider when he gets on top of it. Quick, late breaking, short slider. Not only goes side to side, but goes down a little bit as well. Good pitch.
On the ground, right back to Mears. In and out of his glove. No panic. Fires to first to get David Hamilton. Bottom of the order for the Red Sox. It has been an issue getting these guys out. Wong's hit the ball hard twice, 1 out of 2. Rafaela, who's on deck, 2 for 2, the homer.
Yeah, Wong nearly hit a homer his first time up.
It took Churio back halfway into the warning track in deep center. Strike 1 with that slider. Hitters 8, 9, 1, and 2 have all the hits for Boston. Strike 2. This is the Nick Mears that we saw for the first month. And command is on point. Foul back. Hunter Dobbins getting loose in that bullpen for Boston. One and 2 on Wong.
I don't have him on my list.
He's not on the bullpen list. He's on the normal numerical roster, though.
A late ad, maybe.
Slight omission from the lineup card. Very slight. That's a demerit.
Whose demerit is it?
I will take the 5th. One, 2. Got him. There's the slider at the knees. 2 away.
Nasty. 86 miles an hour. At the knees, outer half. Contreras makes it look good. That's what you call a true slider, folks. Exactly the way they draw it up. Short, quick, late breaking.
Foul back on Rafaela, taking a rip at that first pitch fastball. That's been the difference for Mears' previous appearances. That slider been rolling on him. Rafaela pops it up. Shallow center. Bryce Terang says he's got it. He does. And Mears puts up a 0. 3 up and 3 down in the 6th. Contreras to lead it off. Home half of the 6th inning. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Batter up to a better way to money today at northwesternmutual.com. And by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. 3-2 Boston, bottom of the 6th inning. The Brewers have not led in this game, and they will face Hunter Dobbins, who is making his first appearance out of the bullpen in his big league career. 7 starts prior this year.
He's a 5-pitch pitcher. First time he's ever faced the Brewers, of course.
He last worked against the Orioles back on the 24th. 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits.
Fastball, slider, curveball, splitter, sweeper, you name it. He even makes up things out there.
And he is 3-0 on Contreras. See the mix. taking all the way, and that's ball 4. So a leadoff walk starts the inning just as it did in the 5th. Each time the Brewers have had the leadoff man on, they've scored.
And sometimes starters, it takes them a while to get settled in, particularly on the road. Young pitcher like Dobbins, maybe take advantage of him early here.
Lefties especially. Lefties hitting .324 against him this season. Frelick's 2 for 2. That's low. 5 straight out of the bullpen for Dobbins. Minor league, 65 appearances, only 3 out of the bullpen. There in his first 2 years of Pro Bowl. There's a strike.
It does give you a sense where both of these bullpens are right now. I mean, both of them. We're not even in June yet. And the Red Sox have a starter coming out of the bullpen.
Maybe try and piggyback on what would be a bullpen day. As Frelick takes that one slightly low.
Not sure where it missed.
Strike zones in this series have been rather tight for all of the home plate umpires. Hitters count 2-1. Lined and a base hit for Frelick. 3 for 3.
Well, he loves that high fastball, doesn't he? I mean, you don't see many lefties with the success against high fastballs in the mid-90s like Frelick. He didn't hit that one all that well. Got jammed, but able to muscle it into center field. High fastball, another base hit for Sal Frelick.
Third 3-hit game of the year for Sal, just off the label and enough muscle to get it in there, as you mentioned.
And you see how level that swing is. A lot of guys are going to have an uppercut, going to foul it off, miss it, but when you're able to level off a swing like that on a pitch up, you have a better chance of getting a base hit.
Meyer way in on the grass at third for Collins. And Collins takes a high strike. Sogard not playing in front of Frelick over at first. That's outside. Neither bullpen is working. You may see Mears out for a second inning of work.
Yeah, it was a quick inning.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Collins. Foul back. Good pass at that fastball. Dobbins can bring it. 97 pretty easy. Fly ball to center. Rafaela. He's back on it, just short of the warning track to make the catch. Tagging. Contreras also tagging. Frelick the throw. Out at second base is Frelick, and he is asking to take another look. Big throw from Rafaela.
Yeah, risky. I mean, really good throw by Rafaela in center. Frelick thinks he got his hand in there.
And they're going to challenge the play over at second base.
A big call at second base. Lots of left hand.
Brewers are challenging the out call at second base.
Yeah, he's in there.
I think they've got a case.
Yeah, I think he's in. We'll see.
Tag goes up around the chest. Frelick had that left hand, the front part of the bag. Swim move city. Even took the helmet on, or the hat I should say, off of Hamilton. Crowd reacting to it. Got to be conclusive.
Second base umpire's in perfect position to make the call. Calls him out.
That's the shot.
Yeah, a little late. Yeah, the tag's late, I think. Who knows? If he slides in with his right hand, he's out. Got the bag with the left hand.
I think I'm with you, Rock. But you just never know what those folks in New York are going to say. That last shot, the slow-mo from the third base side, looked rather conclusive that left hand was on the bag before the tag on the chest.
Yeah, risky for Sal to go to second base, but it does eliminate the double play on a ground ball. They're taking an awful long look at this.
DJ Rayburn and James Jean are the ones that are listening to the folks back in New York. James Jean had the call.
I'm not sure why it's taken so long.
And that
the longer it takes, the more likely they're going to stick with the call in the field.
Unless they're just telling them what to say. That sometimes is the...
Pat Murphy's wondering what's taking him so long as well. It looks pretty conclusive.
Not a pro lip reader, but I can tell that he's a little frustrated. This is another great angle.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe.
That's as long as I've seen a review take and it gets overturned.
Right. The longer it takes, the more likely it's going to be the call on the field is going to stand. Sal was right. He got his hand in there.
The risk pays off, and Pat Murphy saying, thank goodness. Oh, Caleb Durbin is coming up. Infield's coming in for Boston. Durbin is flied out and grounded out. That's a fair ball inside the bag. 2 runs will score. It shoots away from Duran, and the Brewers have the lead as Mighty Mouse strikes again.
I'll tell you, bottom of the Brewers order has come up big as of late. Caleb Durbin, first pitch. Clears the bases. It was a slider that hung. Durbin just inside that third base bag. That's what you call a hanger right there, and he takes advantage of it. Brewers take the lead.
Very close. Boy, the Brewers have been all over that third base line in this series, huh? You think about game 1, the ball that Monasterio hit down the line that looked like it was going foul. It hit a dirt clod or a cleat mark and ended up going fair. Yelich ball last night off of Aroldis Chapman. And now Durbin in game 3. 1-0 to Bowers. 2-0.
Well, again, when you have a starter come out of the bullpen, sometimes it takes starters a little bit longer to settle in. Brewers able to take advantage of that with Dobbins here.
Big overturn on that call at second base, too.
No kidding.
2-0 to Bowers. On the ground, right side, Sogard has it. 3 unassisted. Over to third goes Durbin. That comeback against Pittsburgh a couple of days ago in the finale on Sunday, all from the bottom part of the order.
Yeah.
They're doing it again today. 3 RBIs of the 4 coming from the 7 and 8 hitters. Ortiz 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Ball 198 just off the corner.
You knew the struggles with the bottom of this order wasn't going to last forever. It took a little longer to get them going.
Check the swing, didn't go.
But they're starting to swing it a little bit now. It's always nice to have Jake Bowers in the bottom of your batting order. Guy with big pop.
3 productive plate appearances for Bowers. Fly ball into left center. Rafaela cruising over. He'll make the catch and the inning ends. But Caleb Durbin delivers. It was all after Sal Frelick took the extra base on the fly ball to center field. Originally called out. Overturned to a safe. And then Durbin tucked it inside the line. And the Brewers have the lead as we go to the 7th. Nick Mears out there for a second inning. He'll face the top of the order, starting with Duran, and the slider misses low. Mears has not had a ton of multi-inning appearances. They're asking him to get a few outs as the bullpen starts to loosen for Milwaukee. That is foul first base side. Good slider from Mears.
Yeah, second inning is always, the question is the slider going to be as effective as it was in his first inning of work? And the up downs, these guys aren't used to it so much.
This is the third time that he's being asked to get multiple outs. Last time he did it against Baltimore, the extra inning game. Foul back, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nothing wrong with the velocity. How does the slider look? That's the key. Through 2 sliders that look pretty good. You had to start him out.
Duran has not been retired this afternoon. 1-2 coming back. Struck him out. There's the slider, and it wipes him out.
Filthy. That is something else, that pitch. We saw the cutter yesterday from Savali, one of the best cutters we've seen. How about this pitch right here, going straight down, right underneath it, and got the big out.
Here's Devers saying a few things to William Contreras while he locks in against Mears. 1-run game. Rafael Devers, 30 RBIs in the month of May, among some pretty heavy hitters, to say the least. Jim Rice, David Ortiz, 30 RBI seasons. This one off the end of the bat into right, and Frelick is there. Another good slider at the bottom of the zone.
Well, you feel like you win the lottery when you get those 2 guys out to start an inning. Certainly the table setters, and more importantly with Devers, he drives in the table as well.
Abreu is 0 for 3.
You got to avoid the tendency to, give yourself a little bit of a letdown when you get Duran and Devers out. Inning's not over. These guys can hurt you too.
Abreu's got a dozen homers, just a 1-run game. Foul back. Good pass at the high fastball from Wilyer Abreu. Freddie Peralta gutting through the 5 innings, and especially the fact that he went clean in the 5th. Very important for this Brewers team and this bullpen. 1-1. 2-1.
It appears the time off from Mears has paid off. Two days. That's it.
Considering how much he has worked in the month of May, that feels like an eternity. Feels like he's been in there every other day in this month of May. Pardon the rhyming scheme. It was not intentional.
Same with the guy loosening up in the bullpen right now.
Three balls, 2 strikes. This is the 13th appearance for Mears in the month of May. He's having Uribe cranking it up. Three-two. Fly ball to right. Back Frelick. He is out of room, and Abreu goes deep to tie the game. '13th home run of the year for Wilyer Abreu. He got Duran and then Devers, but Abreu makes him pay.
We have fastball right down the middle of the plate. That's what I'm saying. You get Duran, you get Devers. Can't let down. Not that he did that, but he made a mistake there. Abreu knocks it out of here by plenty. And we're tied at 4.
There's the Wally mask that they put on for those home runs. Second solo homer of the game. A swing and a miss by Meyer. Meyer 0 for 3. 3 for 10 in the series. Brand new ball game again. And Pat Murphy asking Nick Mears to give him 2 innings. An inning and 2/3 was his max on the season so far. And he had Abreu down in the count. On the ground to the right side, Turang picks it on the second hop and throws him out. Boston ties it up 4-4 as we stretch in Milwaukee. Toyota game reset. A 4-4 contest in the bottom of the 7th inning. Devers a 2-run single in the 4th. Durbin gave the Brewers the lead in the 6th with a 2-run double. And Abreu just tied it with a homer against Mears as Turang faces Dobbins, who's out for a 2nd inning of work. Wilyer Abreu with a hit in every game of the series. Dobbins walked the leadoff man in the 6th. 2 runs scored after. This one fouled away by Turang.
And for a team that hits a lot of home runs, they've got 2 today, the first 2 in the series.
Raffaella in the 2nd inning and Abreu in the 7th, both solo homers too.
And Brewers pitching has been really good in this series.
Nothing but fastballs from Dobbins in this sequence with Turang. Churio and then Yelich to follow. Game that belongs to the bullpens. Full count on Bryce Turang. Reached on an error. Ended up stealing a base in the 5th. Also walked back in the 3rd. Fouled away. Another foul. Going right after him.
And 97 up in the zone.
Into left, Duran.
Well, let's check out today's time of the game winner. It's the Traverino in Camp Douglas. That's up by Toma, you know.
I didn't know.
You knew that. Come on, you knew that. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite, Camp Douglas. Right off in 94.
Nice. I did not know that.
It's on that stretch between Milwaukee and Minneapolis.
On 94?
Yeah.
Over by Volk Field Air National Guard Base.
Right. Yeah.
One ball, 2 strikes on Jackson Churio.
Got to check out the Tabarino next time I'm going through those parts.
Sounds like a great idea. Chopper up the middle. Hamilton charges, throws in time to get Churio 2 away. Cold beverages and good eats. That's all we need.
Brewers are going to Minneapolis, right? Pretty soon.
Yes, middle of June.
Yeah.
Cubs, Twins.
Maybe you can drive there and stop at Traverino.
From Chicago. Yeah, why not?
Makes the drive a little longer.
It does. It does. Yelich takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Made that drive a couple of times, a few times actually. 2 balls and a strike on Yelich. Jammed foul. Trying to get something going with 2 outs. Christian Yelich. 9 for his last 24 at the plate. And a full boat on Yelich. Abner Uribe ready in the bullpen. He will get the 8th. Features 5, 6, and 7 in the Red Sox order. Ball 4.
There you go. No walk, stolen base, base hit. Let's see if Christian tries to steal a base.
It's been the walks that have sparked these rallies for the Brewers. The last 2 innings, they've been leadoff walks that have led to runs. See if Yelich can get something going over at first base. Contreras 0-for-2 with a walk and a run scored. Tossed to first, and back is Yelich. He's got 10 steals to go with his 10 homers. High on Contreras. Big gap in left center for William. And a fly ball into right. Long run for Abreu. In foul ground, he makes the catch, and the inning ends. Nothing doing for the Brewers in the 7th. We go to the 8th, all square, 4-4.
Brewers and Red Sox tied here in the 8th inning, and we want to remind you that you can join us on Saturday, June 14th for a free play ball event for kids ages 5 through 12. It'll be a really fun day featuring a rotating baseball skills clinic where young athletes can learn and play like the pros. You can also meet team mascots, play some fun games. There will be a lot of cool gear there as well. So if you want to get signed up, you can go to brewers.com/playball, and that is coming up Saturday, June 14th.
Thank you so much, Sophia. As Abner Uribe takes over, 28th appearance for him. He has worked a ton this month. He gets Nick Sogard to start. First pitch is outside, ball 1.
Yeah, strikeouts. He's 4th in the league in strikeouts, 35 out of the bullpen. Pitched on Monday against these Red Sox. Scoreless inning for him.
Sogard takes that piping hot fastball for a strike.
Interesting watching Uribe on Monday. Threw a lot of fastballs. Hardly any sliders. Slider's been a really good pitch for him this year. There's one.
Check the swing, and it didn't go.
It's one of those things. He just didn't have a feel for it.
Reaches out and pokes it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled again. Abner Uribe came in, inherited a base runner, allowed a base hit, an RBI fielder's choice, and then got the double play ball from Abreu. He was hot with some of the calls from the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
And that hits Sogard with that back foot slider. So Sogard is aboard on the hit by pitch.
Last couple of times out, this slider has not been what it has been all year. Held on to this one a little bit too long. Got one on the knee that time.
Ouch. Leadoff batter on for Boston, just the 2nd time in the game. First time since the 1st inning. Trevor Story hits, squares, and pulls it back. There's that slider. He hasn't found the feel for the slider yet.
Yeah, last couple of times out, you're right. Such an important pitch for him. That keeps hitters off that 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Again, Story bunts, lays down a good one. Durbin charges, throws. Nice play by Durbin. Story's out on the sacrifice.
That's a heck of a bunt. Can't be real comfortable to square around with Abner Uribe on the mound. He can be effectively wild. But a nice bunt down the third baseline.
First sacrifice bunt since 2016 for Trevor Story. That was his rookie year. Justin Slayton, the right-hander, playing catch in the Red Sox bullpen. Hamilton fouls it away. Red Sox going to try and put something together with the bottom of the order. They've had some production down there today. Strike. Good pitch. It's 0-2 on Hamilton. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Uses his timeout. Tugged on that fastball and a good stop by Contreras.
Yeah, that ball easy could have gone to the backstop. 100 miles an hour.
Here's Tyler Alexander getting loose. One-two to Hamilton. Check swing. Appeal denied. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tie game in the top of the 8th. Got him.
There you go. Finally landed that slider and he locked him up. Just froze him with the slider right at the top of the strike zone. Good pitch. Good job by Contreras to pull it into the zone. Big out.
Going to get a pinch hitter for Connor Wong. Abraham Toro will come off the bench. Had an 8-game hitting streak coming into this series. That was snapped in Monday's game. 0 for 4 that day. Had an infield single in the 10th inning yesterday. So 1 for 8 in the series.
Yeah, switch hitter going to have to. They'd like to see him bat left-handed against Uribe.
He's the only possible left-handed bat off the bench for Alex Cora. So Toro hits for Connor Wong. Second pinch hit appearance for Toro. He's 0 for 1 on this season. Go ahead run at second base in Sogard. Outside, that one never finished it.
Hitting just a little over 200 as a pinch hitter for his career.
Yanked foul first base side. Looks like it'll be Slayton in the bottom of the 8th no matter what. Dobbins, the starter, coming out of the bullpen for the first time for Boston, went 2 innings. Abner Uribe trying to keep the Red Sox even. Two balls and a strike. Ceddanne Rafaela, the number 9 hitter, is on deck, and he's hit the ball hard 3 times today.
Yes, he has. Home run, base hit to center, fly ball to right.
Two on to Toro. Fouled away. Better sinker from Uribe. Top of the order looming too for Boston. Two and two on Toro. Got him. First whiff of the inning. And Abner Uribe can put it in the holster. Strands the go-ahead run at second base. Sal Frelick to lead it off in the bottom of the 8th.
All tied up at 4 apiece. Brewers looking for their 4th straight win. We're here at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. And Tim, yet again we find ourselves with a close ball game in the late innings.
Yeah, shocker. This is like a screen door that's broken. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Hopefully Brewers can come out here 4-4. They got Frelick.
Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter, the Medical College of Wisconsin. We'll hear from Pat Murphy. Brewers going for the sweep over the Red Sox, and perhaps this is the man who can help them get over the edge. In Sal Frelick, already 3 hits today, Jeff and Ron.
Thanks so much, Stephen. 0-2 pitch to Frelick. It's chopped foul against the new pitcher, Justin Slayton. He's got 9 consecutive appearances without giving up a run. Oh, he stuck with Dobbins, excuse me. Slayton was getting loose. Dobbins still out there, and he gets a call, 3rd strike.
That pretty good pitch right there. I mean, Slider. I mean, first inning that he came out, I mean, we were talking about a starter. In a way, sometimes it takes guys a while to get settled in, particularly on the road, and that's pretty much what happened. He's locked it in at this point.
Catcher did change, not the pitcher. Carlos Narvaez. Ground ball to 3rd by Collins. 2 up and 2 down now. Quick message from Rally House, Wisconsin.
Shop Riley House for the best selection of team gear and local gifts. From the most popular styles to the hottest trends, there's something for every fan at Riley House.
Well, Caleb Durbin had the 2-run double in the 6th inning to put the Brewers out in front for the time being. That came against Dobbins. It's in his 3rd inning of work. And the pitch is a strike. Got the corner with a slider. Down the right field line, foul. It's 0-2. Ball and 2 strikes now on Durbin.
Every game in this series has been like this. Teams are pretty well evenly matched.
Durbin down the line. Fair. It's into the corner. Another extra base hit for Caleb Durbin. As Duran gets it in, Durbin standing at 2nd with 2 away.
Yeah, he picked on a hanger. It was up and in. He just threw the hands at it. Check it out. I mean, this, I don't think you'd think it was a strike. Up in the zone, in off the plate. He just cranks it down the line. So there's your go-ahead run at second base.
They're going to put Bowers on intentionally to face Joey Ortiz. 3rd time that Bowers has reached today, and Ortiz with an opportunity is grounded out, sacrificed, and fly to center as Andrew Bailey is out to chat with Dobbins, facing Ortiz for a 2nd time.
Joey with 1 hit in the series. It was a double on Monday. Swinging the bat much better as of late. This would be a good time to break out of it.
RBIs from the bottom part of the order. Since May 14th, we came on the broadcast a couple days ago talking about that. Now 1 away from matching the Cubs and Cardinals, and that 1 is standing at second base right now. Ortiz 5 for his last 18 at the plate. Looking to bring Durbin home with 2 outs. 50 pitches for Dobbins out of the bullpen, covering 2 2/3 innings. Just missed. 2-0.
Yeah, good take. Not much you can do with that. Didn't get the call.
Jared Koenig loosening for the Brewers right now. Lined in the left. Duran made the catch at the shoe tops. Ortiz can't hit it much better. Just happened to hang up for Duran. We go to the 9th, all square.
Series finale still tied at 4 as Jared Koenig comes on for the 9th, and we told you last night it was Jose Quintana, and Brandon Woodruff got through his 7 innings with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Love to see this line for Woodruff. 0 earned runs on 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. The pitch count 74 for him, working his way back from the right ankle injury. So good to see that line from Woodruff. The Brewers have him scheduled to make another start next week with the Nashville Sounds, and that would line him up, guys, to hopefully rejoin the Major League team on the upcoming 10-game homestand when the Padres, Braves, and Cardinals come to town.
That would be a great thing. Thank you so much, Sophia. Jared Koenig opens up a strike 1 on Ceddanne Rafaela, on base twice, including a home run in the 2nd.
And you see Koenig in the ball game because of Duran and Devers coming up.
Rafaela fouls it away.
How about Brandon Woodruff? Could you have a better start than that?
7 innings, 74 pitches, no runs.
Yeah, no walks.
Love to see it. Here's Aroldis Chapman getting it loose in the Red Sox bullpen. Koenig's 0-2. Ground ball left side, base hit. An 0-2 base hit for Rafaela. Now you got speed on.
Oh, who is this guy? My goodness.
He came in 4 for his last 36 at the plate. He's got 3 hits today.
And went with a changeup. Changeup up and away, and Rafael able to get enough of it.
Now the top of the order, and Duran struck out in the 7th inning. 2 for 4 on the day. Strike 1.
I wonder if Rafael is going to try and steal a base. Of course, you got a lefty out there in the mound. He's going to hold the runner a little bit better than a right-hander.
Short lead for Rafaela. Fouled back, and Duran had a big cut at that cut fastball.
He basically had no lead. About 3 feet off the bag, if that. Maybe playing possum, huh? Take the short lead like that, take off on first move.
7 stolen bases. He has not been caught.
Thing is, with these 2 guys up, if you run, you better make it.
Another short lead for Rafaela. 0-2. Fouled away. Challenged him. Trying to coax a ground ball from Duran. Did hit into a double play in the game on Monday. That was against D.L. Hall. Koenig pitched yesterday in the 8th. And it's the same group. Oh, 2 again. No chase, and Rafaela, a couple of jab steps, goes back. Both games tight. The first 2 of this series. Game 3, nothing different. On the ground, third base. They will get 1, no return throw.
It's okay, get that lead out. You get a really fast base runner off the bases. Of course, Duran can run as well.
Well, Devers coming up, but first a quick message from Wendy's. Trade Rafaela's 7 steals for Duran's 13. He's been caught 5 times. Devers at the plate, singled against Koenig last night. He's 1 for 2 today. And Koenig will toss over to first base. They are playing the outfield like Devers is going to hit the ball the opposite way.
Which gives you an idea, maybe a little idea how they're going to pitch him. Work that slider away, maybe jam him with the fastball.
And they go first pitch away, and it's down for ball 1.
Is that in effect, the scouting report tells you that Devers likes to use the opposite field against lefties.
See the RBIs this month. 31 with his pair today, back in the 4th inning. There's a strike. Koenig has been really good against lefties, but so has Devers.
Yeah, Devers hitting over 300 against lefties.
Left it up and in. 2 balls and a strike on Devers.
And Koenig has a batting average against lefties at .211. Not a whole lot of damage against him with lefties.
Here's a strike. Devers frustrated with himself.
And maybe looking breaking ball. Fastball down the middle at the knees.
See the numbers there. Career for Devers against Koenig, 2 for 6. 2-2 pitch. On the ground at third. Durbin has it. He's going to go to first base and get the out. Go-ahead run in scoring position with Duran. And Rob Refsnyder is going to come off the bench and pinch hit. But at first, a visit from Chris Hook to the mound. Pinch hit for your number 3 hitter.
Yeah, right. The guy that hit a home run his last time up.
Refsnyder has hit very well against left-handed pitching over the course of his career, especially this season.
Pinch hit on Monday and drew a walk.
And no official at that walk twice in that game. Did Refsnyder, who's 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter this season.
Well, got first base open. Tough right-handed hitter against lefties at the plate. And a left-hander on deck.
I mean, you have an opportunity to put him on if you want to. There's a base open. You got a left-hander in Meyer, who's due up next. And now the other question is, do you pinch hit for Meyer? And they're going to put Refsnyder on intentionally.
Yeah, good move. They do have Campbell, a right-handed hitter, on the bench. And here he comes.
And so Campbell's going to come off the bench. Had started the first 2 games of this series, once in center and then once at second base. Campbell yesterday 1 for 4. He's 2 for 8 in the series. So Campbell hits for Meyer. And the wheels, they are a-turning. Nobody left on the bench for Boston. Campbell was their last guy. Alex Cora emptying the bench in this 9th inning with a go-ahead run standing at second base. Campbell at .225 on the season. First one from Koenig is a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. Has pinch hit once this year. He's 0 for 1 and hitting just .171 against lefties. In tight. 2 balls and no strikes.
And has not fared all that well in these spots. 2 outs, runners in scoring position, under 100 his batting average. There you see the numbers.
Tyler Alexander loosening for a second time. Koenig down to the count, 2-0. And now 3-0. That one didn't miss by much. Nick Sogard is on deck. Deep breath and the 3-0 from Koenig. And he walked him on 4 straight pitches to load the bases. And now you face Nick Sogard, who has flied out twice, been hit by a pitch and walked. He comes up with the bases loaded. First time he's coming up from the right side of the plate, the switch hitter. And he fouled the first pitch back after 4 straight out of the zone. Sogard Hackett. Koenig trying to escape the jam in the 9th. Ball and a strike, and there have been some pretty big misses from Koenig.
Yeah, there has. I mean, there's a point in the season where he was really having a difficult time finding the strike zone. He was able to fix that. Got to lock it in.
Strike 2. Koenig is ready on 1-2 on Sogard. Got him! Sogard is frozen, and the Red Sox strand the bases loaded. Top of the order coming up against Chapman as Koenig gets Sogard to end the top of the 9th. Chapman is in there for a second straight day and opens up with strike 1 on Bryce Terang. Chapman threw 19 pitches, giving up a run on 2 hits last night. First blown save of the season. Check the swing, didn't go. Ball and a strike on Terang. The last time the Brewers won back-to-back games on walk-offs, you got to go back to 2012 in April. George Kataris against the Dodgers, Ryan Braun against the Dodgers. And a strike on Terang at the bottom of the zone. Christian Campbell stays in the game. He's at second base. Hamilton slides over to third, and Rob Refsnyder is now in right. The bench is empty.
Cupboard's bare for the Red Sox. Brewers have not used an extra player yet today. Position player.
1-2. Hit foul. A lot of sliders to Bryce Terang. He's seen just one fastball. High and tight. 99 from Chapman, just getting hot. There's Rhys Hoskins. Did not start. He's got the sweatshirt on right now. Wave and a miss. Chase the slider, one away in the 9th.
Yeah, you won't see Rhys Hoskins until you get down toward the bottom of the batting order. You're not going to be pinch hitting for any of the guys at the top. There's a slider off the edge.
Jackson Chourio against Aroldis Chapman. And a first pitch strike with a splitter.
I have only 4 strikeouts for the Brewers offense today. They're doing a pretty good job putting the ball in play.
Oh, 0-2 on Chourio. Off-speed stuff from Aroldis Chapman. Chourio started the series with a home run against Garrett Crochet. 1-2 from Chapman. Fly ball to left. Back Duran, leaping and catching is Duran, taking another extra base hit away from a Brewer.
Man, that sinking liner. I thought it might have had a shot. Had it out in front just enough to put some top spin on that line drive. On the split-fingered fastball. Gave it a pretty good run. With Duran able to make up ground and catch it about midway on the track. Good play by Duran out and left, who has had his struggles out there.
Now here's Yelich, had the double against Chapman last night. And he takes low ball 1 with a splitter. The double came on a fastball up in the zone. And then Yelich in the 10th hit the walk-off homer. The first of his career. Fly ball left field line. Duran out of room. This is last night. Christian Yelich against Aroldis Chapman. Fastball up and in and kept it fair down the line.
And just over the bag. Sal Frelick would drive him in to tie it up.
Swing and a miss. Threw him the slider. And it's 1-2 on Yelich. The Brewers have played 3 extra inning games in the last week. One, 2. Ground ball off the glove of Chapman. Yelich will reach. And there is hope in Milwaukee.
And you got to figure that Chris is going to maybe try and steal a base. See Chapman falling off toward third base, really not in position to make that play. It was right back at him. Knocked it down, and Yelich reaches with a base hit.
There he is for Contreras. Did not face Chapman in last night's game. 0 for 4 lifetime against Chapman. Short lead for Yelich. Inside ball 1. Chapman's got a pretty good move. Had 5 pickoffs a year ago.
And he's pretty quick to home plate. I mean, he does do that slide step.
Another hit against the lefty. Swing and a miss. Contreras was looking to end it. Had given up just 1 hit to a left-handed batter all season until yesterday.
That's right. 1 for 17 coming into yesterday's game.
3 in the last 2 for Chapman. Fouled it away, and it's 1-2 on William Contreras. Liner, right field, right at left Snyder. Inning over. 101 from Chapman. Came off the bat at 102. Extra innings for a second straight game. Extra innings, fourth time that the Brewers are going to extra innings in the last 8 days. This is the 10th extra inning game of the season for the Boston Red Sox as Tyler Alexander takes over his 20th appearance. And for Alexander, pitching for the first time in this series.
Yeah, he's had some time off. He pitched on Saturday against the Pirates, took a loss, gave up a run in 2/3 of an inning. The pickets are thin down in that Brewers bullpen right now, so Alexander gets the 10th.
Sogard, the placed runner at second. Trevor Story, the hitter. Story takes high for ball one. The Brewers have used Mears, Uribe, Koenig, and now Alexander. Story facing Alexander for the first time ever. Sacrificed his last time up, 1-0 in tight, 2 balls, no strikes. Red Sox have used Bernardino, Dobbins, and Chapman. And they had a bullpen game yesterday. 2-0 to Story. Ground ball through the left side of base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third as Collins came up with it. Story is aboard at first with a base hit. A late hold as the third base coach nearly fell down.
Story's second base hit of the series. He has been a struggling hitter in this series. A slider that didn't do a whole lot. Story able to find a hole in the left field with nobody out. They decide to hold the runner. You don't want to make the first out at home plate.
So Kyle Hudson, the third base coach, nearly slipped. Now you've got David Hamilton, who can handle the bat a little. Runners on the corners. Hamilton has struck out 3 times. And he's got great speed. Durbin in on the grass at third. Squares, pulls it back, and takes strike one.
Now you want to make sure that the guy at first doesn't score. It's going to be somewhat of a miracle to keep Sogard from scoring. Limit the damage to 1.
0-1 on Hamilton. Swinging away and fouling away. It's 0-2, and Alexander has him in his hip pocket. It's where you'd love to pitch for the strikeout and then take your shot with the catchers on deck. Brewers put up a 0 in the 10th inning in last night's game before winning it in the bottom half. Very high. But that 10th inning started the same way. Infield single, runners on the corners, and then it was strikeout, strikeout, flyout. 1-2 on Hamilton. On the ground, second base. Terang has it. That's one. On to first, not in time. The run scores.
Oh, he can scoot, that kid. Woo. Thought that was going to be a double play, but the way Hamilton gets down that line, no chance. So it'll be an RBI. Unearned run for Alexander. It's a double play ball for most guys. Not this time.
Hamilton had 33 stolen bases last year, was caught just 4 times, and he was beating cleats. See if he tries to take off at some point. He has 9 stolen bases this season, been caught just once. Narvaez the hitter. Alexander's got a good move to first, and they've got him picked off. Throw to second base is low, but backing the play up is Ortiz. They had the out, but Bowers threw it low.
Bad throw. I'm not sure if he cleared the runner or not, but the throw short hop second base. They got nobody. Now the second run is in scoring position. He did clear the runner, just a bad throw. You saw Terang kind of clear the bag, infield side of the bag, to make the throw a little bit easier. Made sure he didn't hit the runner, but didn't work out.
Well, Alexander with a great move, and they're ruling that an E3. It is a caught stealing, but still an E3. Second error on Bowers today. And Narvaez down to the count 0-2. For Boston in the 10th, trying to keep Hamilton from scoring. Narvaez slashes one foul.
Normally you'd like to be in pretty good shape. You get Narvaez and the 9th hitter, but he's got 3 hits today.
Rafaela, one-man wrecking crew in the bottom part of the order.
Hottest hitter, yeah, for the Red Sox all day.
0-2. Line foul again. Narvaez caught the first 2 games of the series, was 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk, 1 for 7 in the series. Foul back again. Alexander throwing that cutter.
And leaving it upstairs. Everything up in this in this at bat.
Down and away with the change. The Brewers will have the middle of the order scheduled in the 10th. Contreras would be the placed runner if they don't run for him. 1-2. And he laid off. 2-2.
Tough pitch to take, right over the plate, but down. Yeah, good take by Narvaez.
2-2. Got him right in the bottom of the zone. 2 away.
And went with a fastball. That one right at the knees, and he got the call. Good pitch. 93. Plenty of the plate, but right at the knees.
Tell you, Contreras, who was lifting up with his upper body, almost screamed the home plate umpire from that pitch. Got the call. Here's Rafaela. And he takes strike 1 with that backdoor cutter. There's Justin Slayton. He's been loosening a couple of different times. 0-1. Just missed. And Rafaela will use his timeout. Two and one. Again, coming into this game for Rafaela, last 11, he was 4 for 36. 3 hits in today's game. Careful on 2-1. And he left it low. 3 balls and a strike. Duran in the top of the order on deck.
Yeah, this is the guy you want, although he does have the 3 hits. You want to mess around with this guy, though he is left-handed.
One coming. Popped him up, foul territory, and in the seats. Hamilton with outstanding speed out at second base.
Yeah, anything that hits the outfield grass, he's scoring.
Second straight extra inning game between these two teams. 3-2 pitch from Tyler Alexander. Got him. Fastball in the inside corner. Raffaella is rung up. See if the Brewers can answer in the bottom of the 10th inning. It'll be Sal Frelick to start it, down by 1. Rally caps are on. The Brewers are down by 1. Trying to answer it, or better yet, go get 2 of them and call it a day in a sweep. Justin Slayton is on. Good numbers for him. He's allowed runs in just 3 appearances on the season.
Yeah, 3 for 4 in save opportunities so far. And fastball, cutter, curveball. Those a lot of 4-seamers. The cutter's a good pitch for him as Daz Cameron takes over at second base for Contreras.
Pinch running as the placed runner. Frelick, Collins, Durbin, the hitters. Slayton has not allowed a run in his last 9 appearances. Covers 10 2/3 innings. He pitched an inning and a third last night and threw 20 pitches. Pitch to Frelick. High. Frelick 3 hits today. All singles, 3 for 4. Had the game tying hit in the 9th inning last night. Hoskins got the batting gloves on. Fouled away by Frelick.
And not only has this guy not given up a whole lot of runs, I mean, he's retired 32 of his last 36 hitters. It's a pretty good run.
Just 2 base hits and 2 walks. 4 total base runners in his last 9 games. Frelick pounds it foul, and now with 2 strikes, Sal's job, get Cameron over to third with less than 2 outs. And that one's hit foul again. Curveball. No action in either bullpen. This is Slayton's 10th inning. Jam foul. There's fastball at 96. This is what he did last night against Aroldis Chapman. Game on the line. Solid single to center. That tied it 1 apiece. Brewers would win it in the 10th.
That pitch near 100 miles an hour.
1-2. Curveball hit foul. That one had some hang time on it. He has seen a ton of curveballs.
Just trying to protect the plate. He wants to put the ball in play. He's going to be behind. Just trying to serve something into left field.
Another 1-2. On the ground to the right side. Frelick going to try and beat Slayton to the bag, and he will!
That's just a good at bat. He pulls the ground ball, gets Cameron over to third base, and then he beats the pitcher to first base. Sniffing base hit. It really wasn't close. Really got on top of it. Just beat it into the ground. And
Slayton reacted very late, too.
yeah. So there's your winning run at first base with nobody out.
And a 4-hit day for Sal Frelick. Second 4-hit day of the year for him, and now it's Isaac Collins, a chance to tie this game up. With a runner at third and nobody out. Collins 0 for 4. He's hit the ball hard a few times. First pitch outside with a cutter.
Got the infield halfway. Interesting decision. Texas leaguer, a little flare into the outfield. Big inning for the Brewers.
1-0 is a strike. Just did clip that corner. Best throwing arm is in center with Raffaella. Ref Snyder's in right. Duran is in left. Good speed on the bases all the way around. Check swing foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 95 right down the middle.
Sal looks like he has no interest in running at this point.
Lefty's hitting just 108 against Slayton this year. 1-2. Ground ball hit to second base. They're going to come home. The throw is wide. The game is tied as Frelick is going to get up and go to third. Collins goes to second. And what a gift for the Brewers.
Terrible, terrible throw. There's that Red Sox defense. That's not even close to home plate. That ball goes all the way to the backstop. Second and third. Nobody out. Winning run in third. How about this throw by Campbell? Where's that going? Another error for Boston.
Third error in the game for the Boston Red Sox, and that one right in the lumber yard. Here's Caleb Durbin, winning run standing at third. Durbin takes high, ball 1. Durbin 5 for his last 12 with runners in scoring position with 7 RBIs. He's got a pair of doubles in this one. Nobody out in the 10th. Pitch to Durbin. Up and in. 2-0. Last night, Alex Cora went to the 5-man infield. Not doing it right now with nobody out.
No, there's nobody at first base.
Ground ball foul.
Got Bowers on deck, which is probably why they're going after Durbin. If they get Durbin, they're probably going to walk Bowers to go after Ortiz.
2-1 on Durbin. Up high again. 3 balls and a strike. If he walks Durbin, he got no shot but to go against Bowers. Good hitters count for Caleb Durbin. Fly ball into center. Raphael is back. Tagging is Frelick. Raphael makes the catch. Here's the throw home. It is late. Ball game over. Caleb Durbin does it again. Pretty good throw from Raphael from deep center to make it close, but Frelick with enough speed. The Brewers take advantage and they walk it off against the Red Sox for a second straight day.
And they sweep the Red Sox here at American Family Field, and the Red Sox defense was their downfall here today. Not sure what Campbell was doing on that throw to home plate. That got the Brewers in position to win this one. But how about this series? I mean, 3 more exciting games that you have seen this year. Red Sox Brewers.
Wow. That was a fun one. Breaking ball on 3-1, and Durbin got just enough to get it out to center.
Let's say this is a heck of a throw by Raphael. This kid's got an arm. Wow. Right on the money, too. Little late. Brewers win.
Unbelievable. Sal Frelick.
He loves throwing that helmet, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. That's what fired him up in Cleveland. I love it. Caleb Durbin, his first ever walk-off, this time a sacrifice fly. It's the first time since 2012 that the Brewers have had back-to-back games with walk-offs. And Caleb Durbin was the guy today as they sweep the Red Sox. They've won 4 in a row. And the hero today, Caleb Durbin, is downstairs with Sophia.
Thanks, guys. Caleb, congratulations. You have taken advantage of these situations. You had the big double for the lead. How does it feel to come through for the team today?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, big situations, you want to come through for the guys, and I'm just happy to... Happy to come through in those spots.
You had the big hit against Pittsburgh, the big double here earlier today. How are you gaining confidence in these situations with runners on late in the game?
Yeah, I mean, the more experience, the better. I keep finding myself in these spots, so it's you know, the best, you know, preparation is being actually in those spots, and just happy to come through.
Back-to-back walk-offs for you guys. You guys are now above 500. You've won 4 straight. How are things clicking as a team for you guys?
It's awesome. I mean, we're scrapping right now, and I mean, we're just battling every single pitch up until the last one. So, and it's showing. Got 3 really tough wins against the Red Sox here. So, yeah, we're rolling.
All right, congratulations, Caleb. Enjoy the walk-off.
Yeah, thank you.
Go get yourself a nice warm towel, Caleb. Good Gatorade bath for Caleb Durbin today. Back-to-back walk-offs in the bottom of the 10th inning. A 6-5 win for the Brewers over the Red Sox, and they sweep the Sox out of town. Brewers will take their talents on the road to Philadelphia after an off day. For Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minner, and our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long from Milwaukee. Off day tomorrow, and then on to Philly. Stick around for Brewers Live. More walk-off coverage when we come back.
The Brewers walk it off on a Wednesday. Back-to-back walk-offs for the crew as they earn a series sweep for the first time this season. Caleb Durbin, the hero this afternoon. We'll hear from him, Pat Murphy, and recap another wild win for the crew coming up next.